game here for both teams, Clark, as they jockey for playoff position.
Well, we know playoff seeding can make a huge difference in how you advance or not in the playoffs, and being in a position to secure home court is certainly something you'd like to have. So I wouldn't be surprised to see these teams treat this just like a playoff game.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Down on the block, it's Tatum with Tatum. The guard pair, it's White and Brown. And it's Hauser in at the 3 spot.
You can't excel at all as a defender on Tatum. Mid-range not his go-to spot, but he took advantage there.
The tray, and that's good. Luka Doncic for 3.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Brown deciding where to go with it. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow.
Brown has a nice shot repertoire. Clearly the mid-range doesn't give him much trouble.
Out to Doncic. Smart, wide open, he fires. No good on the 3. On offense, here are the Celtics. The 3 from Tatum. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable of playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last few seasons. And his rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the strength he's added over his career.
And stolen by LeBron. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
And it was ignited by the steal by LeBron. I mean, he's got his head up right away, and the ball is out of his hands quickly.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, earlier I spoke with J.J. Redick. We talked about his approach in guarding Jason Tatum. He said, we want to crowd Tatum right from the jump and prevent him from getting into an early rhythm, especially from deep. Because when his three-point shot is falling, it opens up the rest of his game. Guys?
Thank you once again, Allie. The Lakers with the ball after Jaylen Brown's miss.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
An athletic forward who dunks it with style. He's showing off his dunking ability right there.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T. Back to James. Shakes him. Smart passes to Reeves. No good with the triple. Celtics leading by 4. Now here's Tatum. Playing Oklahoma City, he was nearly unstoppable.
Tatum, like most players, is best when he's aggressive and attacking the basket.
And Reeves has got the ball here for Los Angeles. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Boy, it's really hard to... Oh, my goodness. What's up? Brown with that amazing athleticism, putting on a show out there with jams like that.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for the Lakers. Hachimura comes in for Austin Reeves. James.
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
And it's Brown missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
That's exactly what you want to see, your big man playing big. Strong board.
You know, for years we wondered, Clark, what life after LeBron would look like for the Lakers. But that question has been answered.
Yeah, I think landing Doncic completely altered the course of the franchise, Kevin. I mean, he really is one of the best offensive players in the world, and he's in his prime. He makes them a threat in the West every season, and if he ever commits to defense, he'll be really special.
Brown against Smart. On the top of the key. That doesn't go either for Brown.
A chilly quarter for him offensively, trying to get warmed up.
shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Smart.
Well, I like the fact that the energy that Brown plays with makes him a guy that does a good job getting to the line.
When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
Back to Hayes. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. He was all alone on that one.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Hachimura against Tatum. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Tatum's got 11 points.
Boy, you could see it and feel it in his eyes at the start of this period. He is on a mission.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Now White. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Oklahoma City.
And not to be overlooked, his playmaking made a difference as well.
Sinks the triple.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Doncic. Can't hit the free throw line jump. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Celtics lead by 3. 2K Sports, back in a moment here in Los Angeles. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
We've got Luke Kennard, Rui Hachimura out there with Hayes. Then it's Jake LaRavia. Oh!
My goodness. Over the years, we've really seen Tatum elevate his offensive game. Now he's a dynamic, multi-level scorer.
Reeves the pass to Hayes. Here's Hachimura. The three-pointer no good.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks a lot. The Celtics understand that they'll be tested. Jaylen Brown said growth is a journey with ups and downs. You have to stay with it. You can't complain. Don't let it break your spirit. We've just got to keep building the right habits, keep being versatile, and keep learning from these experiences. Guys, back to you.
Always looking to get better. Thank you, Allie. Well, in attendance here tonight in Los Angeles, we've got rapper Sway Lee.
Yeah, Kevin, and of course Sway Lee big on hoops in general. He's big on streaming 2K and loves to play pickup ball.
The defense may have given him that one. Based on the results, you see why.
Three-pointer, Pritchard. And it's LaRavia with the rebound. Lakers trail by 5. Kennard for 3. And the Lakers with another miss. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. Only given up 2 points this quarter. It's stolen by Hachimura. To the inside. Here's LaRavia. Great pass to set up the lay-in. LaRavia's got 5.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Smart's checked in for Jake LaRavia. And Doncic is subbed in for Luke Kennard. Then for the Celtics, Walsh is checked in. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Gonzalez.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one. Doing it all.
Lakers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Bounce pass from Reeves. Doncic against Pritchard. Fader on the way. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Doncic. And Greg, is a former point guard in this league. Give us your top 4 generals of all time. The guys that could direct the floor and could control a game.
Wow. If we're talking traditional point guards, I mean, I got to go Magic, Isaiah, CP3's in that conversation, Jason Kidd. But I've got a separate list for that hybrid point guard, right? Which that includes guys like Steph and Iverson, West, and the great Oscar Robertson.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Ayton, he's checked in for Hayes. LeBron comes in for Rui Hachimura. And Jake LaRavia is subbed in for Austin Reeves. Boston also with the sub. Kate is checked in. Here's Smart. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Boston leading by 3. Here's Tatum. There he goes again. That's his 9th straight basket. He's a perfect 9 for 9.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Pass to LaRavia. Here's James. Outside for Smart. That 3 off the mark. The Celtics have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. And here's Tatum for 3. Cans it from downtown. And now it's an 8-point Celtic lead.
How about the pace that Tatum plays with? Excellent. I mean, when he's feeling it, he can pull up effortlessly off the dribble. Nice.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And as the days and months go by, Greg, it still may take us some time to get over the shock of last season's trade of Luka Doncic.
And we know the question marks as far as conditioning and defense that led to it. But hard to bet against the talent of his caliber.
When LeBron's playing days are over, and GA, who knows when that'll be, what will you remember most about his play?
You know, I don't think there's ever been a player who came into the league with such lofty expectations and not only met those expectations, but fair to say, he's exceeded.
And Ayton throws it down.
And the impressive reach of Ayton. Lob it up his way, and he'll take care of the rest.
Brown outside. Clock at 6. Shot from the wing, and he hits the jump shot. Brown's got 10 points.
When you give Brown some daylight, some room to operate, he pounces on it.
Pritchard against Doncic. Luka hits the 3.
Boy, he is fundamentally sound. Tough cover.
Boston leading by 4. Outside, White. Pass to Pritchard. Lets it go with the 3. The Lakers with the rebound. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that.
Pass to Hayes. Back to Doncic. Nifty move. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Luka Doncic is a superstar in this league, and he continues to build on what is going to be some kind of resume when it's all said and done. Has every tool that you need to have to be an MVP one day.
White with it. Here's the 3. The shot misses. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Los Angeles Lakers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Now we have a moment to go courtside. And thank you so much for that interview. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with you for the second half of the game right after this.
And we welcome you to halftime as the Boston Celtics are getting everything they can handle so far.
They look great on offense. The ball is flying around. Guys are getting open. It's enjoyable to watch.
Especially for those of us who are brought up playing the game this way.
Moving on, in our game, here are the top performers so far.
Yeah, they're both smart-driven, extremely talented. They've been putting on a show, man.
Taking control individually and as the leaders of their teams. We are watching.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. They lead by 1. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. On the court for the Celtics. Down in the block, it's Tatum with Tatum. The guard pair, it's White and Brown. And it's Hauser in at the 3 slot. The 3 from Tatum. The 3 is drilled by Tatum.
Watch out. Tatum's going to stretch the defense all over the place if he's knocking down threes from the corner.
From deep, James, it's hauled in by Brown. Boston's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9.
When you do moves like that and you miss, you know you're going to hear it from your coaches and your teammates.
And a wide open look for James. Again, James missing.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Tatum's athleticism as he drives, really impressive. I mean, just shredding the defense to pieces there.
Lakers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. On the wing, Doncic. A three-pointer off the mark.
Another miss, not how he wanted to start the second half.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Jaylen Brown never loses confidence. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla said he has great short-term memory. If he misses a shot, it never affects the next one. You can't shake him. I just love his poise and his ability to attack. Brown said, every time I take the floor, I want to be aggressive. Back to you, Kevin.
You absolutely love that confidence. Okay, Allie, we thank you.
It has been a shaky start this half for their offense, shooting just 1 of 5.
White, good.
Outstanding concentration that time by White on the tape. Played through the contact and scored.
Reeves the pass to Doncic. Reeves with the screen for Doncic. A deep shot falls for Doncic.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Here's Reeves. Rebounded by the Celtics. Cata's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Wow, Clark is off, and Reeves been good, especially after signing that 4-year, $54 million deal back in 2023.
Yeah, I tell you what, it might be the best value contract in the league. I mean, Reeves just continues to improve each season. He's got a very efficient and effective game, and he's also shown the ability to be much in the clutch at times.
That's when the Celtic lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Smart.
And I could watch threes from the corner all day. Smart seems to have a feel from there.
And that one is good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Los Angeles has gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6.
And if you're looking for the main reason that they're trailing in this game, well, look no further than his shooting. I mean, he has hit exactly 0% of his shots.
Doncic against White. LeBron left side. Takes the 3. And it's Doncic missing.
and they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Well, it's interesting. The defense continues to back off, expecting them to attack the rack, but they just continue to pull up and knock down those mid-range jumpers.
The kick out to Brown. Lets it go from deep. Drops in the tray. Brown's got the lead up to 14 now for the Celtics.
And, you know, we've seen Brown accept more responsibility over time on offense, including taking these quick shots.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Hachimura comes in for LeBron. Jake LaRavia is checked in for Marcus Smart. And it's Kennard in for Doncic. Reeves the pass to Hachimura. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Hayes with the screen for Reeves. And Hayes throws it down.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
And here's Tatum for three. And again, Boston with the triple.
You got to D-up Tatum from deep. He's got that kind of range.
Reeves the pass to Hayes. Great D that time from Tatum. Boston leading by 15. Shoots over Hachimura. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Pass to Hayes. And the layup's good off the glass. Hayes has got 6.
You know, he may have a scorer's mindset, but Reeves makes plays for others, too.
Tatum against Hachimura. Outside Tatum. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Yeah, now they are firing on all cylinders. That shot puts 3 more onto their lead as we head to the 4th.
And so it's Boston, holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll return shortly. And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Celtics leading by 18. We've got Austin Reeves. Jackson Hayes is out there with Hachimura. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's LaRavia in at the 3. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. And here's Reeves outside. Good on the triple. Reeves has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Three-pointer, Pritchard. Drains it from beyond the arc.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Reeves can't hit.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And Tatum doesn't get distracted easily, even when you get physical with it.
Here's Hachimura. And Hayes kicks to Kennard. There's the lob to the hoop, and Hayes throws it down.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one
Yeah,
up.
the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
And the Lakers with some changes. Dalton Knecht comes in for Luke Kennard. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Austin Reeves. And then for Boston, Walsh is checked in. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Gonzalez. Celtics leading by 21. On the wing, Brown for the 3. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 4 assists in the game. Pass to Doncic. You know, GA, one great thing about the NBA, well, there are many things, but one great thing is that there's always new talent coming through the ranks.
Yeah, I mean, the
future is bright. And Kevin, I really like this year's draft class. Man, we just continue to add exciting young talent to the mix.
Here's Connect. Buries the 20-footer. Connect's got his first 2 points.
And, you know, that's not a move we typically see from him. Wow.
It's Brown on the win. And again, Boston with the triple.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
And that one's good, LaRavia. Here's Brown. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Here's Pritchard. It's rebounded by Doncic.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Over in the corner, LaRavia. Here's Pritchard. Rebounded by the Lakers. Doncic has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Look, bad shooting nights happen to everybody. He's just got to feel fortunate that his teammates have picked up the slack for him.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And now we'll take a moment for our presentation of our player of the game, Jayson Tatum.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
And with the playoffs on the horizon, he'll be looking to stay in peak form as long as he can. Pass to Reeves. Ayton sets the pick for Reeves. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I love when Reeves has the ball in his hands. He's crafty, and he always seems to make things happen.
Another bucket! Wow! That gives him 51.
Making it look easy. And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
You wonder where was the defense that time, but they got lucky.
Brown inside the line. The Lakers with the rebound. Shoots from 12. And it's Derek White with the rebound. Celtics leading by 23. Brown outside. They get the rebound. The Celtics working the ball around now. Tatum finds White. And the 3 off target. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Celtics.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equal to 2 wins.
If it ain't broke, why fix it? I mean, why change anything? Knowing how well they played in those 2 games, they probably couldn't wait for this one to wrap up the sweep of the season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jayson Tatum.
Boy, his vision was impeccable, right on point tonight, picking apart the defense and racking up a bunch of assists.
From the wing, and there is White, and that's good on the assist by Tatum.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel.
Can't wait to see you
Jason
again.
Good job. Thanks for that, Allie. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. We'll see you later on.